This is Navy. She's a German Shepherd, and this is her first professional bath. I'm washing her with a hypoallergenic shampoo and conditioner. I'm only using a little bit of the shampoo on her face because she's a little nervous with the water around that area. This will help me make sure I'm able to rinse it all completely. I put a little conditioner on her to help with her shedding, and while we wait for it to soak in, I give her some boops. She's so cute. I said, "Navy, you're so good." She said, "What? I know I'm good. I'm a good girl." When spraying your dog with a hose, make sure to start from behind. Keeping the water close to her skin helps her feel more safe. A lot of dogs will be scared of the water if they see a big stream of water coming towards them. Good girl, Navy. This is Teddy. He came in for a nail trim and file. With black nails, it's important to take only a tiny bit off at a time. And since I know I'm going to be filing them, I take a little less off than I would normally. Even though I've been doing nails 5 days a week for the last 12 years, sometimes I cut the nail a little too short. When that happens, I put a little styptic powder on the end of the toe and the bleeding stops. I tell him I'm sorry and we continue on. This is Ty. She's a baby Rottweiler and she is so stinking cute. A lot of people are like, "You're so lucky you get to play with puppies all day." Well, we don't get very many puppies, but when we do, yeah, we play with them and we love them and we just enjoy every moment. It's important to have fun and make it a good experience.
Who's that? Who's that? You gonna get her? Or you're not gonna get her?
Puppies are so curious. It's important to let them smell any tool you're working with before you start working on them. And of course, lots of love breaks. A quick pup date on Miss Ty. This was her about 6 weeks ago. Look how little she is and so sweet. She just loves to give kisses. And this is her now. She is almost 5 months old and she's getting so big. She's just the cutest thing and she loves to kiss. And she loves to be squeezed. I wonder how long I'll be able to do this with her. Look at her. Oh my gosh, she's so sweet. This puppy was so scared of getting her face done, so I'm rubbing on top of her nose to try and get her used to the sensation. I posted the entire video on my YouTube channel. Please subscribe and check it out. You don't have to be mean to get what you need done.
No.
I remain as calm as I can and I tell her no, but I never use her name. I never want a dog to associate their name with naughty behavior. This is her first time and she's just scared. I tell her she's a good girl after she starts behaving the way she should. Some dogs just like to throw a tantrum, but now she's getting used to it. This is Rocky Balboa. He's super old and he can barely see. When dogs are going blind, they're really unsure about what's going on, so I have to keep my hand on them the entire time, just so they feel safe and secure. First I brushed him with the Furminator, and then a Zoom Groom, and then I checked for thick spots with my comb. He did so good for his nails. I have to adjust the way I hold him so that he feels safe. I always make sure a part of him is touching my body so he knows that I'm still there. I got a ton of hair off of him. Look at that face. He's so cute. I think he's looking out the window to see if his dad's here yet. I brush him again with the Furminator just to make sure I got everything. This is Onyx. He's a Black Lab Aussie mix, and he is a very curious puppy. It's important to let your puppy explore and see what things are during the bath to help them feel more comfortable and safe. I use only a little bit of shampoo on his face since he doesn't really like the water on his face and I want to make sure it's a good experience when I rinse it off. The blow dryer is loud and scary, so it's important to let them investigate that as well. After I get him dry, I brush him with a Zoom Groom, of course, do his nails, clean his ears, and now look at him. He says, "I'm shiny and clean. I'm a good little puppy." This is Bruno. He's a Cocker Spaniel and he's a puppy. I start by shaving his pads just so I can gauge how he is with the sound of the clippers, and he did really well. He's like, "Psh, I'm a Cocker. This is going to be my life." I haven't groomed a Cocker in a while, so I'm doing a 7 on his back and leaving a skirt on him just for practice. He had a ton of hair on his face, so I shaved it off, and look at, he's already looking like a Cocker. I shaved the bulk off his legs a little bit longer than his body, so then when it grows back, he kind of has a lamb cut. Bruno says, okay, it's time for a love break, please. Let's just hug for a little while. I'm doing a good job, so I gotta get my love break. I clip the rest of his body, shave the top of his head, and trim his ears, and when he's all done, he says, new dog, who dish? Good boy, Bruno. This is Mauser. He's an old man German Shepherd, and I'm soaking him in a de-shed shampoo and making sure to rinse it out completely before I start brushing him with an undercoat rake. Undercoat rakes are awesome for double-coated dogs because it targets the undercoat. And when you get all the undercoat out, the air is able to circulate to the dog's skin, making it so they can regulate their temperature and stay cool. I do Mauser on the floor because he's a little bit too old to get up on the table. He's a bit unsteady on his back legs, and he gets to do what he wants. He's earned it. Look at him. Look at that. I just love him so much. He's such a good dog. I'm using a comb to get any undercoat out that I might have missed with the undercoat rake. And now I'm filing his nails. He's not a huge fan, but he tolerates it. And then he's all done. Good boy, Mouse. My name is Piper, and I'm getting my nails done, and Melissa does my nails all the time, and I used to not like it, but now I like it because I got used to it, and she rubs me with this pink brush called, well, I don't know if it's pink because I'm colorblind, but she rubs me with the brush, and it feels very, very nice, and I just stay still, and then I get to go home, and I get treats from my mom when I go home because I'm a good girl. This is Piper. She's a dachshund, or Doxy, because it's easier to say. She used to hate having her nails done, but now she's a pro. I brush her with a Zoom Groom. It's a rubber brush that you basically pet your dog with. Hi, Lexi. If you have a smooth-coated breed like a Lab, a Bulldog, a Chihuahua, this is the perfect tool to get that excess shedding without irritating the skin. And when you're done, don't forget to give them love and tell them that they're a good dog. This is Coconut. She is a terrier mixed with I don't know what, but she is adorable. She gets a bath mohawk and an actual mohawk. In fact, a couple years ago, she was Rainbow Dash for Halloween, and she looked so stinking cute. Her mom dyed her mohawk with some Pet Safe dye into a little rainbow, and it was just the cutest. I do a number 7 on her body, and it basically takes away all the little wispies, and then I go backwards with a number 4 because her hair is kind of flat. We used to have dog hairspray, but we don't have it anymore, so I try to make it stick up as best as I can without anything. It still looks pretty cute. She says, what do you want? Why you got the camera on my face? Hi, I'm Sugar. I don't like this. I'm sure this person very nice, but she get me all wet and I don't like it. And then she cut my nails and I don't like it. And then she shaved my body and I don't like it. Do you guys want to guess what she's shaving my body in? She's shaving my body at number 7 like she does all her dang dogs. Every single dog gets a number 7. Then she gets her scissors on my face and they're as big as me. Maybe if I sit down, she not doing no more. She says I can go home. I just said, nope. Oh, gosh. I just want to sit down. I just want to leave. I don't want to look at the camera. I hide it. And she's still recording. Ugh. And then with the bow, I'm not going to look at the camera. I don't like it. This is Judy. Judy, Bo Booty, Bonana fan. Okay. We're doing a number 7 on her. Her coat lays really flat, so I'm doing a reverse 4 blade on her, which is equal to a 7, but it picks up more hair. And then I do a 1 guard comb in reverse on the top of her head and down the sides of her face. Never use a guard comb on the front of the dog's face. It makes it look super ugly and you won't get a cute round face. Always scissor and thinning shear the front. That's my baby groomer advice. That was a big mistake I used to make when I was a baby groomer. And she shakes off her groom and she says, "Oh, I'm so pretty. I'm a pretty girl." This is Leo. He's a mixed breed and he's such a love bug. Look at him waiting patiently for the clippers. Usually we do a number 4 on Leo, but today we're doing a number 7, which is nice because he has a lot of cowlicks, so this gets him a little bit smoother. Leo is so good for everything and he has the longest legs. I call him Leo long legs. We stop and take extra long love breaks because I can't with him. He's just too stinking cute and he just loves me and I love him. And so if he takes longer to get groomed, it's just because this. Look how he turns out. Just adorable. And he says, "I want to be in your arms. Can you put the camera down and put me in your arms instead?" This is Toby. He's a miniature poodle and he has the longest legs. Oh my gosh. I really wanted to do a video of they tried to put me on the cover of Vogue, but my legs were too long. I'm massaging his face with the tearless shampoo. He's such a good boy. Many have been asking for a bus fund update. You guys have helped me raise $800 towards my bus. Thank you so much. And if you want to send a little more, go for it. All the stuff's in my profile. I love you guys. Thank you. This is Lulu. She's an old lady and she had major back surgery, so I have to be very careful when I'm grooming her. I trim Lulu extremely short so that we can try to avoid having to come very often. Because of her back injury, it's really important that she doesn't put too much weight on her back end. This is why I'm holding her legs up so she doesn't have to put pressure on that area. She's not a huge fan of having her face done, but we get it done, and she gets better and better every time. She says, "I'm ready for Halloween." This is Penny. She's never been to a groomer before, and her mom said when she clips her at home, sometimes she gets a little mouthy. When I'm working with a new client, I always make sure to give praise and love breaks when they're acting the way I want them to act. I was feeling pretty optimistic at this point. She was doing really well for shaving her body. And then when I went to go behind her ears, she was like, "Nope." This is just me telling her, no bite, no bite. We don't bite the groomer. It's not nice. Because she slips out of the loop so easily, I kept the blue lead on her just for safety. But look how good she does for the rest of her body. I won't fight with the dog to make them look a certain way, so I just got creative with her haircut. Blending the back of her head and leaving her chest, and she still looks pretty darn cute. This is Boogie, aka Boogie Woogie. He is a sensitive old man. He says, "Get that brush away from my face, I bite it." Boogie is 13 and he is not a huge fan of grooming, so we just go pretty short. But he does this funny stuff and I had to I gotta get it. I had to slow that down. Instant replay. His tongue was so long. I'm like, "What are you doing, guy?" Love breaks always, and I have to be so cautious with his legs. And I say, "Boogie, be nice." And then when he's a good boy, I say, "You're a good boy, Boogie. You're a good boy." Boogie's at a point in his grooming life where we just kind of do the best we can. We make sure he's clean and comfortable. He still turns out pretty darn cute. He says, "Get that camera out of my face." This is Daisy May. After her bath, it is blow dry time, and she does pretty good for it. But when we get to the table, it is kiss time. She is obsessed with kissing me, but it's okay. When it's business time, and she chills out. Mom keeps her brushed out really well, but she wanted her a little shorter this time, so we're doing a 3/8 of an inch guard comb on her body and a teddy bear head. We're in love. We just love each other so much. She's so sweet and so good. We call her the little cutie kisser. And look at her. She's just a doll. Hey, baby. She says, let me kiss you. I'm coming for you. She's such a good girl.